this time.
All right, thanks very much. We'll now move to witnesses in opposition. We have Susan Arnall from the Right to Life League and Greg Burt from the California Family Council, 2 minutes each, 4 minutes total between two of you. Welcome.
I'm Susan Swift Arnall, California attorney and vice president of legal affairs at the Right to Life League, America's first pro-life organization. AB 2223 creates a host of unforeseen ramifications impacting state licensing requirements for reproductive health professionals or clinics. It creates a class of people immune from health regulations or investigation and nullifies born-alive protections in our state law. The bill goes much further than simply shielding mothers from prosecution for abortion. It uses the phrase, quote, notwithstanding any other law, a legal term of art that declares the legislative intent to override all contrary laws. The bill states, this is in Section B of number 7, a person who aids or assists a pregnant person in exercising their rights under this article shall not be subject to civil or criminal liability or penalty or otherwise be deprived of their rights based solely on their actions to aid or assist a pregnant person in exercising their rights under this article with the pregnant person's voluntary consent. This language potentially exempts anyone who aids or assists moms in childbirth or abortion from investigation or from licensing or professional requirements. So anyone can act as an unlicensed OB/GYN, abortionist, or other clinical professional with impunity and without state oversight. If the state asks questions about the licensing, they can sue the state for $25,000 in attorney's fees for the threat of investigation. AB 2223 also permits infanticide following a botched abortion in direct contradiction to existing California born alive protection by providing immunity for a perinatal death due to, quote, causes that occurred in utero. That undefined phrase means that an infant born alive due to a botched abortion can be left to die over the course of days or weeks, so long as the abortionist points to a cause that occurred in utero. No coroner has a duty to investigate. AB 2223 creates a class of unaccountable, unregulated, unlicensed abortionists, totally immune from state oversight, regulation, investigation, or any legal scrutiny. AB 2223 is incompatible with existing laws protecting public health and should be rejected by this community. Thank you.
Thank you. I think she left you 1 minute and 29 seconds, 8 seconds. Welcome.
Thank you. Chair and members, my name is Greg Burt with the California Family Council. Since AB 2223 was introduced, our organization has focused on how this bill moves the state beyond protecting abortion into protecting certain forms of infanticide. Despite claims that we were putting out false information, the bill has been amended twice to narrow the definition of perinatal death in response to these accusations. We believe the definition is still too vague, but I want to focus on another part of the bill that makes infanticide very hard to prosecute. AB 2223 says coroners will no longer be required to investigate the cause of death for self-induced or criminal abortion. But even more concerning is a provision you can find explained on page 2 of the bill analysis in paragraph 2. It says when a coroner's does their job and determines the cause of death of a newborn, any evidence of a crime the coroner finds can't be used, and I quote, to establish, bring, or support a criminal prosecution or civil action seeking damage against any person, whether or not the person who was pregnant with the fetus. So if the coroner finds evidence that the cause of death was criminal, maybe infanticide by suffocation or neglect or drowning, that cannot be used to prosecute anyone for a crime. My question is why? Why is that provision in AB 2223 if not to make infanticide nearly impossible to prosecute?
Time's over. Time's up.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks very much, sir. Other witnesses?